speaking of fire, it is so soupy outside. You can almost see the heat waving through the atmosphere. And my gosh, speaking of hot under fire, Remigio, who is such a nice guy. We know the Tenors personally here. I cannot believe the controversy that's erupted and the fallout. Tee it up, Adam Wild, if you're just waking up and hearing it.
MLB All-Star Game last night. The Tenors come out to sing the Canadian National Anthem, and Remigio makes a political statement basically saying all lives matter, and he changed this during the Canadian National Anthem. And of course, you know, the issue with saying all lives matter, and Tammie, we just touched on this, is that it takes away from the sentiment of Black Lives Matter. Black Lives Matter is not to say that all of the lives do not. It's saying we have been systematically left out of this system, this party that you guys are at, and
systematically victimized,
yes.
right?
Yeah,
brutalized, and of course all lives matter, but it dilutes it. It's like saying if there's women's rights, if we say, well, all of us should have equal rights. Yes, that's right, but that's not the way things work.
Exactly, and so saying that, and I don't know whether or not Remigio actually understood this. By his tweets, I feel like he didn't really understand. He truly thought that all lives matter means, you know, let's unite and all become one. No, when you say that, you are completely dismissing the fact that systematically, as you said, Adam, Black people are disenfranchised and are treated
You're diluting the message. So the line that was changed was from the traditional lyric, with glowing hearts we see thee rise, the true north strong and free. What Remigio said was, or sang, was, we're all brothers and sisters, all lives matter to the great, and then reinforced it by holding up the sign. So we've seen the reaction by the Tenors, which is to say they had no idea this was a lone wolf move. You can see their shock when he whips out the sheet, the sign, and that he will not be part of the group. And I guess they're going to talk about whether he should be back in it or not, depending on what the reaction is.
And I think it's key to know here that you can even see it in the Tenors' reaction on the replay. They had no idea. And it's important that we have that discussion, because I don't think the Tenors, unfortunately they will, but I don't think the Tenors should really bear the brunt of this one. And a national anthem at an all-star game is not the place to make political statements.
No, well, we were debating whether to change. It was a couple of weeks ago. The Canadian anthem, it was one word, a pronoun, instead of
sons. It
our
was
sons.
an all thy sons command. We wanted to make it gender neutral so that it says an all of us command. And that even sparked so much controversy. So to think that you could change an entire line, like almost a verse of our national anthem, and it would be okay, is just a step way too far.
Sacred anthems or prayers. And again, it's intention. Okay, the same thing happened to Jennifer Lopez on 2 occasions. Hashtag all lives matter. She just did it again. She took the tweet
yesterday
down.
She wrote that tweet yesterday.
Right?
Yes.
And I will also say I've had people tweet me all lives matter. Everybody means well. So I think it's so important to talk about it, because it's not them trying to dilute the message. It's them really trying to be all-encompassing. It comes from a place of not knowing that. You know, it's more ignorance rather than intent.
Exactly. So people just need to educate themselves on what all lives matter, the kind of connotation that comes with it, so that you know and realize and don't repeat it, and understand why people would be offended.
Somebody actually sent me a really great article, and if you want a really clear, concise definition that does a better job than I think any other one example that I've seen could, I'm going to retweet that on my Twitter account at Adam Wild, WYLDE, and you can have a read. It literally takes 30 seconds of your time, and it'll help you understand.
Right.
If there's any sort of unclarity, I guess.
If you're going to support, it's hashtag Black Lives Matter. And I think Remigio has hopefully learned that hard lesson too.
It's a tough lesson to learn, and he has sounds like he's learned it.
The worst thing is people are saying, they're now the most hated band.
Oh, no.
Trumping Nickelback.
No.
I know.
No,
You know,
let's not.
and now we're belittling that. Like, come on, guys.
Let's just
cool it.
Cool it.
Yeah,
relax on the hot takes, everybody.
Isn't Nickelback like one of the most successful Canadian bands of all time?
They are the Bon Jovi of Canada. I mean, they really are. Bon Jovi has a formula, Nickelback has a formula. They're both wildly successful. Why do we hate them?
Exactly.
I don't get it.
At this point, they're like a tuning back. They're not a nickel anymore.
Dina,
I lighten it up.
Drum set near it.
Do it.
Yeah, that's a great idea.
We
Thanks,
do.
Adam.
Jordy.